Dear students, good morning to one and all. Previous classes we will discuss about protista includes solid features and the importance of crassophytes and dinoblasts. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about protista includes euglenids. What are the general characteristics features in euglenids? So to be discuss about the general characteristics. So dear students, majority of the organisms are in fresh water and found in stagnant water. Majority of the organisms are fresh in water, that is aquatic, and found in stagnant water. Stagnant means occurs in ponds, pools and wells. Ponds, pools and wells. So that is stagnant water. This water is always to be constantly, not move one place to another place. That is stagnant. Okay now, majority of the organisms are in fresh water and found in stagnant water. Stagnant water are available in ponds, pools and wells. By means water not move one place to another place is always to be constantly. That is stagnant water. Dear students, euglena is one of the animal organism. So animal organism not containing well developed cell wall. Well developed cell wall. Only plant cells containing cell walls, but animal cells and human being cells containing cell wall, only containing plasma membrane or cell membrane. This is very important over here. Plant cell is containing cell wall, but animal cell and human being cell not containing cell wall. So dear students, euglena is one of the animal organism. So do not containing cell wall. So cell wall is replaced by one rich content of protein layer. One rich content of protein layer, that is called pellicle. That is called pellicle. This is a pellicle. This is a pellicle. One rich content layer here, that is called pellicle. So dear students, inside a cell wall they have a rich content of protein layer is called pellicle. Okay now. Euglena is one of the animal organism, do not contain cell wall, but inside a cell wall, they have a rich content of protein layer. They have a rich content of protein layer. This protein layer is called pellicle. This is a rich content of protein layer. This rich content of protein layer is called pellicle. What are the use of pellicle? So, which makes a body flexible. Pellicle are always used in body flexible. This is the importance of pellicle. Generally, the euglena not containing cell wall, but is replaced by rich content of protein layer, that is called pellicle. So, this pellicle makes a body flexible. So next one here. So this euglena have two flagella. But only appeared one long flagella, but another flagella not appeared. Why? Because to be arranged internal part of the body. So the euglena have two flagella. One flagella is long. This is a clearly appeared, and another flagella is shorter. So the shorter flagella is always to be constricted of internal body, internal body. So, but dinoflagellates, the dinoflagellates such as Napiluca and Goniolax are have two flagella. One lies is longitudinally, another one lies is transversely. Both are similar in size, but Euglena is also have two flagella. These two flagellas are here dissimilar in size. These two flagellas are here dissimilar in size. One flagella is larger in size, another flagella is shorter in size. But larger flagella is clearly shown over here, but shorter flagella are not clearly shown. By means larger flagella is always to be appeared outer side of the body, but shorter flagella is always appeared inner side of the body. Anyhow, Euglena is also present two flagella, but one flagella is clearly shown over here. Next one is here, the anterior part of a cell bears invagination containing cytostome, cytopharynx and reservoir. Dear students, this is a anterior part. This anterior part containing one invagination. This invagination containing cytostome, cytopharynx and reservoir. So, dear students, the anterior part of the Euglena, the anterior part of the Euglena BSA, the anterior part of the Euglena BSA one invagination. This invagination consisting of three parts. First part are here cytostome, that is cell mouth. Second part are here cytopharynx, that is gullet. And third part are here reservoir. So, dear students, reservoir is also containing photosensitive stigma or ice pack. So, reservoir containing photosensitive stigma and ice pack. Reservoir to be containing photosensitive stigma and ice pack. Okay now. So, these are the three parts of Euglena invagination. Okay now. The anterior part of the Euglena BSA one invagination. This invagination containing three parts. First part cytostome or cell mouth. Second part cytopharynx or gullet. Third part reservoir are here. And the reservoir also containing one photosensitive stigma or ice pack. Okay now. And now here, so this Euglena to be presence of similar plant characters and also animal characters. Generally, Euglena is one of the animal organism, but to be presence of plant characters. Dear students, all plants are having to rich content of chlorophyll, especially leaves. All plant leaves are having to rich content of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight to be making a synthesis of own their food materials. So this is one type of autotrophs. So dear students, but Euglena to be presence of two types of nutrition. One is autotrophic nutrition, another one is heterotrophic nutrition. In the presence of sunlight, especially daytime, to be make a own food materials. Why? Because the Euglena containing chromatophores. So the center of the Euglena body containing chromatophores. These chromatophores are similar in all green plants leaves of chlorophyll. Okay now, dear students, in Euglena to be presence of autotrophs in daytime, to be presence of heterotrophs in night time, especially daytime in the presence of sunlight. So to be act of autotrophs. Why? Because the euglena central body containing chromatophores. These chromatophores, similar of all green plants of lives in chlorophylls. So chlorophylls is always to be make own their food materials. At the same time, chromatophores to be make own their food materials. So dear students, euglena not depend other organisms in daytime. In daytime, the euglena organism not depend other organism. So to be act of is always autotrophs. But night time to be act of heterotrophs. Why? Because in the absence of sunlight. Night time in the absence of sunlight. So in this time to be predator in small organisms. To be predator in small organisms. So in night time the euglena to be not make a own their food material. Why? Because in the absence of sunlight. So in this time to be killing of the smaller size of organisms. Smaller size of the organisms. This is the important thing. This is the important thing. Why? Because so this euglena to be presence of dual nature. One is autotrophic nature. Another one is phototrophic nature. Autotrophic nature and phototrophic nature. Autotrophic nature to be presence of chromatophore, similar in chlorophylls. Heterotrophic nature, not presence of chromatophore. In this time to be killing smaller size of the organisms. And to be killing another organisms. That is predator. Predator means one organism to be eating of the another organisms. Most probably to be eating of the, to be killing of the smaller size of the organisms. Smaller size of the organisms. So another important character here, reproduction. Generally reproduction in asexually by longitudinally binary fission. This is a longitudinally binary fission. One euglena is divided into two equal dividing parts. One mother or parent euglena is divided into two equal identical daughter cells. That is called longitudinally binary fission. But in prokaryotes, especially bacteria asexually reproduced by undergo binary fission or cell division. Binary fission or cell division by means of, so the parent cell or the mother cell is divided into two identical daughter cells. Is always undergo transferly. In prokaryotic organisms such as bacteria are shown in transferly binary fission. But euglena, especially asexual reproduction, is carried out by longitudinally binary fission. One parent euglena is divided into two equal identical daughter euglena cells. That is called longitudinally binary fission. And in asexual reproduction to be appeared formella stage are found in euglena. Euglenids, the best examples are here. Euglenids, the best example are here. Euglena. So euglena to be presence of formella stage by means a group of euglena cells are formed. By means a group of daughter euglena cells are formed. These daughter euglena cells are not containing flagellas. That is immobile, non-flagellated individual cells. All are immobile, non-flagellated individual cells, not containing flagellas. These all are daughter cells, but not containing flagellas. So several daughter cells are here. Okay, now an aggregation of or group of cells to be immobile, non-flagellated, and not containing flagella. Immobile, not motility, not containing flagella. Immobile, non-flagellated individual cells. That is called formella stage. palmella stage are found in or palmella stage are appeared in Euglena. Euglena, the best example are here Euglenids. What is the meaning of palmella stage? An aggregation or a group of daughter cells to be immobile non-flagellated individual cells. Immobile non-flagellated individual cells in their life cycle. In their life cycle, that is called palmella stage. That is called palmella stage. Dear students, this diagram are shown in Euglena. So this is a pellicle. That means Euglena do not containing cell wall is replaced by one rich content of protein layer, that is called pellicle. That is called pellicle. Pellicle is always helping in makes a body flexible. And dear students, so these are two flagellas. One is long flagella, other one is short flagella. Short flagella not clearly shown, but long flagella is clearly shown. Is always outer side of the body. Short flagella is always inner side of the body. Okay, now this is a anterior part. Anterior part become to be one invagination. This invagination containing three parts. One is cytostome, second part is cytocalyx, third part are here reservoir, and these reservoirs are containing photosensitive stigmas or highspots. And the central body of Euglena, containing chromatophores. These chromatophores to be symbol of all green plants use of chlorophyll. So this chromatophore to be making a home food materials. And this Euglena is also containing some paraphylum bodies. These are symbol of pads. This is a Euglena diagram. So this is about general characteristics in Euglenids. Okay, now thank you.